Hi friends, today we create a Angular 16 sample application. To create an Angular application, we need Node.js. So we will go to Node.js website and download Node.js and install in our system. As I have already installed Node, so I can check the version by using this command. So I have 18.17.0 Node version installed. After installing Node.js, we will install Angular CLI. So we can install Angular CLI by using this command. As I have already installed Angular CLI, so I can check the version by using ng version command. Here you get the details that we have Angular CLI version 16.1.8 installed and Node version is 18.17.0. Now, question comes in mind why we need Node.js. Most of you know like Node.js help us to build and run the application. Node.js provides us npm stands for Node Package Manager, which help us to manage the third-party dependency in our application. npm provides us Angular CLI, the command line interface, which help us to build and run the application. And Node.js provides us a local server to host our Angular application. So let's create our Angular application. So we will use ng new and whatever the project name we can define here. I am going for Angular sample project. So after entering this command, would you like to add Angular routing? So we will go for yes. And after that, which style sheet format would you like to use? I am going to SCSS. So you can choose as per your requirement. As I have already installed and create this Angular application, so I am just terminate this command. So I'm just going to directory. Here you can see our Angular project, the initial Angular project. So firstly we'll go to package.json file. Here you can see the name of our project, the version. Initially it will be a 0.0 version, that is versioning file. Skips the various commands that we'll use, like npm add npm start, the internal ng serve command will run, and npm build ng build will run. You can also optimize this command as per your requirement. And here the dependency section. In dependency section, all the third-party library that we are using in our Angular application are mentioned on this section. Here you can see these are the initial libraries that we are using in our Angular sample project. And all of us have a version 16.1. And there is a tab dependency section. These are the libraries that only use for the development purpose. There is a package.log.json file. This file also contains the third-party library that what we are using in our Angular application, but it contains some more details because as some library has a further dependency on some another library, so all details are mentioned in this package.log.json. As you can see, the Babel libraries has a further dependency on these three libraries. So, and there are some other details also that is mentioned in this package.log.json file. The third file is angular.json file. It is one of the most important file in our Angular application because all the configuration details are mentioned in this angular.json, like serve, end-to-end testing, build. So all configuration details are mentioned in angular.json file. We can also mention our configuration settings, like for production, whatever settings we want to use, and for the development purpose, what type of settings you want to mention. So all these details are mentioned in angular.json file. And also the static files that are we using in Angular application, we need to mention in this section, like assets, styles, and scripts. Otherwise, we cannot access in our Angular application. Here is the node module. Node module directory is a folder that contains all the third-party library that we are using in an Angular application. So when we use npm install command to install any library. That library is installed and created in this node module folder. Here is the tsconfig.json file. As its name implies, this is TypeScript compiler configuration file. So all settings related to TypeScript compiler are mentioned in this file. You can optimize these settings, some settings as per your requirement. And here is the source folder that contains the actual tree of architecture of Angular application. There is one is the main.ts file, that is the entry point of an Angular application that bootstraps the app module. App module is the root module of our Angular application. We will define our components, our services, and other modules that we are using for that particular module. And app.component is the root component of Angular application that we render initially. Here is the index.html page. As you know, Angular is a single page sample application. There is only one HTML page that will render in Angular application, and it will initiate the Angular tree structure. There is the app root component that will initially render. That is the component, and here is the HTML template file. There is a set folder. Whatever the static file that we use in our Angular application, we mention this in a sets folder. And here is the style.scl. This is a global SCL file that we are used to matching our CSS across the application. So let's start our application by using npm start command. So it is start building our Angular application. As you see, npm start internally runs ng-shell command, and here is the URL. So this is our Angular sample application in version 16. If you find this video useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any query, please mention in comments. We are happy to answer you. Thank you.